Hello ladies. So I've been meaning to make this video for a while now, but I've been so extremely busy that I haven't had time. Those of you who know me, I run two businesses and this is not my bread and butter. I have another main business that is my bread and butter, and I'm extremely busy between January and April. That does not mean that once April comes I can just hop on lives because we have a lot of cleanup work to do. We have deadlines at the end of April and May, so it's extremely hard for me to just jump on live right after our deadline in April. In addition to that, I have been making a lot of changes with our store, starting with our logo. If you haven't noticed, go look. I love it. Our logo reflects our new brand of the type of styles of clothes we are going to be selling. My store is now in transition. We are going to get rid of all the clothing items that are like basic, if you will, and I want my store to only sell boho style clothing that is reflected in Kantha, cultural, tribal, very ethnic. Like even the jewelry, I'm looking at specific jewelers that are selling native jewelry. I'm looking at a lot of things. There's so much. I don't want to jump around. I'm trying to stay as organized as possible because first and foremost, I mentioned several times that I've been talking to women around the world, getting to know a lot of women around the world, including the US. And yes, that has connected me to some family-owned businesses in India that I'm working with to make the clothes that I'm making and dropping tomorrow. I'm working with more than one. It's not just one, but there is one main one. I'm probably talking to about 5 different people, different businesses in India. I work with a graphic artist for my graphic t-shirts that we are also dropping. I'm working with 2 family-owned businesses for my clothes. I'm working with another family-owned business for my blankets, to get my Kantha blankets for my band t-shirts and graphic t-shirts that I'm upcycling. So a lot of work, and I met most or all of these connections in January. So since January, I've been building relationships, having meetings, and if you know India's work hours, it's during our sleep hours. So I am on video calls at 3, 4, 5 in the morning, a lot. So I'm barely getting any sleep. The moment that I met all of these individuals that I'm working with, great group of people, one family-owned business, I have really bonded with the women there that I get emotional. Every time they make a sample for me and show it to me, I get emotional. There has been a lot of work that's gone into this. I am very involved from beginning to end. I'm talking, sending them the sketches, the measurements, talking through the measurements, the sample that they make for me, looking at the sample once they make it, making changes from there. Sometimes I have them remake the sample because I'm afraid to send it to production until I see it in the way that I'm looking for. And other times it looks great enough to send it to production. So they have been phenomenal. And on top of that, I've been so inspired by a lot of women here in the United States who make their own clothes that I've never been more inspired by women in my life than I've been the past several months. So many women that I have met that make their own clothes that I'm just like, it inspired me to get reacquainted with the sewing machine and do it myself as well. I used to sew when I was in high school. I used to alter my own clothes and make my clothes fit the way that I wanted them to fit. And I kind of disconnected from that part of my life when I rescued dogs, when I had my son when I was 16 years old. And these women brought that back to life in me. So I bought a sewing machine, got reacquainted with it. I used to sew it using my grandmother's sewing machine when I was in high school. So it's been a beautiful journey. just getting reacquainted with the sewing machine was an experience. I have one of my clients is a seamstress, and she owns an alterations company. So I was texting her a lot saying, why is it doing this? I don't remember this in high school. And she was like, teaching me or walking through things. And then of course I used YouTube a lot, and I'm finally at a place now where I'm so connected with my machine. I feel like we're besties. And so much so when my clothes came in from India and I was setting them up for picture taking and making sure they were laying right, I got emotional because I now sew almost every day. I'm sewing. I'm upcycling band t-shirts, and I want to do so much more. I want to upcycle jeans and other tees, and I'm talking clothes I received from Easel, from Ollie and Hallie, that I'm looking at upcycling myself. It's just a liberating, beautiful experience, and all these women who work so freaking hard to make their clothes, I want to thank all of you. And I know not all of you are going to see this, but I cannot thank Heavenly Father every day for the blessings of seeing these women in action and selling their clothes. I'm in awe of you guys. I am so inspired. And I'm grateful that I've been able to bring out my high school self, who was very passionate about altering my clothes to fit me, as little as I am, and be able to get back to that. I'm working with a graphic artist in India who's making graphics for me. We're dropping our native collection. I worked with him, and what I was looking for specifically, we're not completely done. There's one more graphic I want him to make that's very personal, so he's going to be doing that. But I'm talking also to a lady who prints on fabric. I want her to print some of my graphics on fabric. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. The more I get into it, the more I want to do. And I'm living there. I'm living there. So you can see that where I'm going with all of this. The styling of our clothes is going to be more of slow fashion, because it's going to be more of upcycling, our Kantha lines, because we have more Kantha in production right now. And it's not going to stop. I have so many ideas with Kantha items, and they know it. My team knows it, so they're ready. So right now they're creating about 4 more samples for me on one company. The other company's creating about 3 more samples for me. So it's just gonna keep coming, and I am very excited about it. Again, I am going to be selling from vendors, but it's not going to be as frequent. It's not going to be as voluminous. So it'll be some Ollie and Hallie here, Pole here, and Zanana there, Easel, but it's not going to be nearly as much as it was, because my focus now is more towards slow fashion, where I'm going to be upcycling, creating my own stuff, and working with India to bring in more Kantha items. That is my focus. That is where my store is going. Yes, and we do have our own label. I had my own label cut and sent to me. I'm going to be sewing these on our band tees. Look how cute. I'm so excited. India is going to be putting our own label on the clothes they send. So yeah, this is extremely exciting for me, and this is where my focus is. So I'm grateful for all of you who support me. Thank you so much, and stand on right, stand on self-respect. Thank you so much for your support. I sincerely, greatly appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you in our future lives. So stay tuned, because we're not just going to go live on TikTok. See you soon.